Welcome back to another special news edition by Carry On Kabir. Air safety expert Captain Mohan Ranganathan says Kozhikode plane crash not an accident but a murder, and also said you will find another major accident either in Patna or Jammu airport. Both of them are dangerous airfields and don't have safety features. Around 18 people, including the pilot and the co-pilot, have been killed as Air India Express flight number IX1344 overshot the runway at Kerala's Kozhikode airport and fell into a valley, breaking into two on Friday evening. The flight was bringing Indians stranded in Dubai amid COVID-19 pandemic under the government's Vande Bharat mission. Two special relief flights have been arranged from Delhi and one from Mumbai for rendering humanitarian assistance to the passengers and the family members. COVID-19. Nearly 14 lakh people cured. It's a good news. But at the same time, a shocking figure of 61,537 new cases in a day is to worry on the other hand. As per the latest reports, 933 patients succumbed to coronavirus infection in the past 24 hours, taking the overall death toll to 42,518 as of today. India's COVID-19 tally reached 2,08,861 today, with 61,536 cases being reported in a day. Recoveries rose to 13,78,105, including 48,901 in past 24 hours. There are 6,19,088 active cases as of coronavirus infection in the country presently. Good news is Serum Institute of India, SII, on Friday said the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation will provide at a risk funding of $150 million to manufacture 100 million doses of COVID-19 vaccines for India and low and middle income countries. The Bloomberg Millionaires Index showed Ambani, the chairman of oil to telecom conglomerate Reliance Industries, in the fourth position as the top fourth richest people in the world. And here is the top 10 richest people in the world list. Number 1, Jeff Bezos, net worth $187 billion. Second, Bill Gates, $121 billion. Third, Mark Zuckerberg, $102 billion. Mukesh Ambani, fourth, $80.6 billion. Bernard Arnault, $80.2 billion. Warren Buffett, $79.2 billion. Steve Ballmer, $76.4 billion. Larry Page, $71.3 billion. Sergey Brin, $69.1 billion. Elon Musk, 10th, $68.7 billion. In a sad incident, a woman hanged herself after losing her husband to COVID-19. A 55-year-old housewife hanged herself on Friday, a day after her husband died of COVID-19. The victim was from Yella Reddiguda, Amirpet, Hyderabad. Her husband died during ongoing COVID treatment, and the family says the sad wife hanged herself as she couldn't handle the loss. However, a case of suspicious death has been registered in Isanagar police station. Enforcement Directorate ED seized 70 crore worth of lands from Novera Sheikh in Tolichoki, Hyderabad. The police and revenue officials on Saturday seized 81 plots belonging to Hira Group Director Novera Sheikh at Tolichoki, Hyderabad. The estimated worth of the total plots is said to be around 70 crores. In August last year, ED temporarily attached 300 crore worth assets of Novera Sheikh and Hira Group of companies as a part of the investigation. The officials are investigating on the other 5 crore money laundering scam by Hira Group of companies. Hira Group has been accused of collecting around 5,600 crores from around 1.72 lakh investors, promising a high rate of interest of 3% per month on the money invested. The ED identified 10 foreign bank accounts opened by Novera Sheikh. At least 10 private schools in Hyderabad have been found charging exorbitant fees under several categories against the government's directive. These school managements were found violating Government Order GO 46, which was issued earlier in April 7, which said, keeping in view the hardship caused by lockdown due to COVID-19, the Telangana State Cabinet passed resolution that schools shall not increase any kind of fees during academic year 2020-21 and shall charge only tuition fee on monthly basis till further orders. St. Andrew's School in Bovanpalli, Hyderabad, came to highlight in this case among the 10 schools. In the inquiry conducted by the Deputy Inspector R. Suman, it was established that the school was collecting additional fees like annual fee, term fee, late fee, computer fee, teacher recruitment benefits, miscellaneous fee, etc., and including them in the tuition fee. Similarly, several schools were found violating the GO in the neighboring Rangareddy and Medchal districts. According to reports, at least 19 schools in Rangareddy districts were issued notices for their violations. Pharmacy owner arrested in Hyderabad for selling cough syrup. The Hyderabad task force, along with drug control officials, raided Agarwal Pharmacy at Dar es Salaam in Gosha Mahal and arrested the owner on charges of illegal sale of cough syrups, including to minors without a doctor's prescription. Officials seized over 150 bottles of cough syrups from Jayant Agarwal, 26, owner of the pharmacy. The suspect was selling these medicines to minors and vagabonds without proper prescription in large quantities at a higher price and making profits, the police said. By consuming the syrup in large quantities, the person gets a narcotic high, which is dangerous. This habit is also leading to criminal activities, the officials said. The raid was carried out following a tip-off, the police said, adding that Agarwal and the seized material were handed over to Begum Bazar police for further action. Hyderabad's two biggest hospitals come under Telangana High Court glare. According to the latest reports, the Telangana High Court on Wednesday questioned the state government as why it is not taking action against Apollo Hospital at Jubilee Hills and Basava Tarakam Indo-American Cancer Hospital and Research Institute at Banjara Hills, which were given prime land at concessional rates on the condition that they would provide free treatment to the poor, but were now refusing to extend medical treatment to COVID-19 patients hailing from economically weaker backgrounds. Gandra Mohan Rao, counsel for the petitioners, said these hospitals were leased prime land at concessional rates by the government after assuring that they would reserve 15 to 25% of beds for the poor and extend free consultation to 40% of outpatients. And these hospitals are clearly violating the orders and the agreements. Chief Justice Chauhan said, this court is surprised that private hospitals are collecting phenomenal amounts from COVID-19 patients towards treatment. Newspaper reports highlighted a case where a private hospital refused to hand over the body of a COVID-19 patient to the relatives as the bill was not paid. Private hospitals are behaving as if they have a lien over the bodies. People in Telangana state are wondering as to what type of private hospitals are being permitted to run. Why is the state government is not initiating any action against these hospitals? In fact, more stringent action should be initiated against these two hospitals by cancelling their lease agreement, and the government should take back the land allotted to them for violations, the Chief Justice commented. In a special drive, Hyderabad police arrested two members of a bike lifting gang by nabbing 15 persons in connection with the case. Police have seized 36 stolen bikes worth 40 lakhs from the accused. A few days ago, police arrested key persons belonging to a gang in connection with the cases. Based on the confessional statements of these accused, police arrested more persons from the gang. From the first gang, the arrested persons are Muhammad Mohsin Sharif, age 20, Muhammad Adil, age 20, Muhammad Saif Ahmed, age 21, Muhammad Shoaib Imran, 20, Muhammad Owais Ali, age 20, Muhammad Ghaus, age 22, and Hassan bin Muhammad, age 22. The accused were involved in a total of 15 offences at different places in the city. Members of another gang who were nabbed are Muhammad Aminullah Khan, age 20, Muhammad Saif Ahmed, 21, and receivers Muhammad Asghar Khan, Sheikh Abood, Sayyid Muhammad Naviduddin, Sheikh Sakhlain, and Muhammad Farooq, 30. They were involved in 21 offences. Hyderabad Police Commissioner Anjani Kumar said they had identified a man named Adil as kingpin of the gang. COVID patient goes missing from King Koti Government Hospital. A 49-year-old man who was admitted to King Koti Hospital after being tested positive for coronavirus went missing on Wednesday. He was identified as K. Simhachari, a resident of Injipur in Ibrahimpatnam. Simhachari works as a lab technician at a private engineering college in Meerpet. He was admitted to the hospital with coronavirus symptoms and later tested positive. While Chari was undergoing treatment, his 75-year-old mother died and none of his family informed him about the death. However, a relative informed Chari about his mother's death and soon he left the hospital, and since then he is missing. So that's it for now. See you in another edition. Thank you so much for joining us.